We begin with that wide-ranging NFL ESPN deal. Let's break down the who, what, when, and why as to this deal. Starting with the who, I'm talking about the people at the top that got this deal done. On the Disney side, Jimmy Pitaro and Bob Iger, Justin Warbrook, who runs corporate development for Disney, and obviously on the league side, Roger Goodell intimately involved, Hans Schroeder on the NFL media side. Congrats to everybody that was able to get this across the finish line. Now it heads to government approval. Now the what. What is involved in this deal? What are some of the key elements? From the NFL side, you're getting that 10% stake in ESPN that had been reported. And if you're the NFL, what are you getting? You're getting out of the cable TV business, a declining business. They are now out of that. NFL Network launched in 2003. That is now headed over to ESPN. What is ESPN getting? They're getting NFL Network, but it's going to be a key element of their direct-to-consumer products. Yes, it's going to be part of what they're bundling with the rest of those Disney channels when they go to MVPDs to renew those deals. But the big thing, the launch of the ESPN direct-to-consumer product, that's August 21st, coming up in just a couple of weeks. They get some key content that will help populate that service. They'll get to around 28 NFL games a season now. That's up from around 22. NFL content is king. That's what's going to be more of that on this direct-to-consumer product. You're also getting the Red Zone channel, incredibly popular for die-hard fans, and not just NFL Red Zone, which will be part of the DTC service, but getting rights to that name, Red Zone. Jimmy Pitaro, Hans Schroeder, they talked to me. One thing that Jimmy Pitaro talked about was about how they may develop more Red Zone channels for some of their other properties. So could we see SEC football Red Zone? Could we see NBA or NHL Red Zone type channels? Something to pay attention to as ESPN continues to develop out new content for the direct-to-consumer product. Now the when. We already mentioned August 21st. That's our launch date, but this is going to take a long time, that ESPN NFL media deal for government approval. If it can get done maybe by the beginning of Q2 in 2026, yeah, maybe NFL Network, NFL Red Zone are permanently part of ESPN DTC for the 2026 season. If it doesn't get done there, if it's held up by any red tape, government intervention, whatever, then you're probably not going to have that done until the end of 26, heading into early 2027, which is significant for Disney and ESPN because that is when they're going to have the first Super Bowl on ABC in a long while. The 2027 Super Bowl could be the biggest event that Disney ESPN has ever done on the sports side. And finally, the why on this deal. We hit on a lot of it, but it's ESPN getting attractive content for a new service that is launching. Why do I need another service? Why should I be paying $30 for this service? Well, there are going to be a lot of live NFL games. If anything, what fans have shown is that they will find NFL games no matter where they are. They could be on YouTube. They could be on Peacock. They could be on Prime Video. They could be on Netflix, CBS, Fox, NBC, you name it. NFL fans are going to find it. They will find these games on the direct-to-consumer product. And you got to figure it's going to help grow that service beyond what ESPN Plus now is around 22.5 million subscribers. It's going to help that number really grow over the next couple of years. In the NFL, you get a trusted partner there in ESPN, somebody they've been in business with for decades. And shout out again to Jimmy Pitaro for really mending the fences there on that relationship since he came in 2018 to the point now where they are tied at the hip and the NFL is an equity investor in ESPN.